one of the most unique and creative designers, and it's good fun as well. The collection stunning. It had like meaning, you know. And it's the Statue of Liberty. So relevance, I guess. It's a great show. I'm happy to do it.
I thought it was lovely that he made his nod to the U.S. and social unrest, but in a very quiet way, and with the Statue of Liberty lacer cut in that great trench coat. Nobody can style like John Galliano. A handbag on the head, looking like one of the Queen's guardsmen marching down the runway.
I really think that John Galliano is coming into his stride at the house. Very creative, very artistic, which is what you would expect from the house and also from John. So the melding of the minds between the history of the house and then also John's own aesthetic are really coming up in a way that feels organic at this point. It really seems like a seamless coexistence.
I thought it was one of Galliano's better collections for Margiela. It wasn't overly done up and there were some great clothes, and I loved the way that he used some of the varsity jacket, injected this sort of empty space, which was really nice.
John, he's such a great match for the house. I mean, I love how he deconstructed and kind of pulled clothes apart. You saw the internal workings and then little touches of romanticism, you know, these kind of white albino feathers from peacocks that just trailed behind the girl.
Had this look, it's like revealing what's under, what's the garment is made of. Décortiquer technique, it's really great.
I loved the dress and the whole collection. It was amazing. I felt princess.
Beyond the show, beside the energy of the show, the colors and the textures, the way that John can use not only his genius and his humor in it, you know, the coats with the transparency, the relationship between the heavy wool coats and the sheerness in it is unique, is special, and I think that we have only one John Galliano.
I really loved. I think it's so fascinating how he has really successfully married his own sensibility with the house's DNA and Maison Margiela's spirit, and I find it very persuasively done, and every look has so many ideas going on, and it was an exhilarating show for sure.
I thought there were a lot of images that reminds me of Kate Moss, the first days of do-it-yourself on ID magazine, you know, the makeup, the feathers, the mix of the clothes, a certain joy of getting dressed, mixing together a lot of different elements. Margiela show was in the spirit of Galliano and in the spirit of Margiela. A lot of the deconstruction that was part of the vocabulary of Margiela with the grandeur and the spirit and Britishness of John Galliano.
So cool, so romantic, so Margiela, the baseball jacket that was stripped away, except everything but like the collar and the cuff that you saw through, to the menswear tailored jacket underneath.
He's done this kind of interesting burnout thing where he puts fluorescent green bodysuits underneath a kind of tweed jacket, but then burns out holes, reveal the color underneath.
beautiful embellishment, amazing knitwear, but done in an charge that had a real kind of 80s attitude as well.
There were real clothes with real ideas, you know. I think John Galliano has an amazing imagination, and he has managed to translate it into wearable clothes. He's launched a handbag, which was great, an incredibly shaggy goat fur handbag that the model wore on her head as a hat, but it was so great, and you could easily see it hanging off your arm.
It's a vivid show. You know, we see a lot of shows, but this show is already imprinted in my mind.
This Margiela is very modern, it's very new. Many brands copy the old Margiela, and we do the new Margiela, the fresh Margiela, the modern Margiela, and for this I'm very proud.
I loved the bags as hats. I was inspired by what I saw, and he, I think, serves us with that really the best. I loved it.
Really strong show, and always really great ideas that come from that collection. So it was fun to see how his mind works at the House of Margiela.
A lot of people are doing echoes of Margiela in many other collections. It's nice to see the person in Margiela making Margiela, but reinventing it in its own way. Whether it was like combining the Daffy English with the French vamp, or taking Margiela in a 19th, 20th arrondissement French street way, I thought it was an extremely good fashion statement.